Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, horse is over. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, horse is over. Just let me be blunt. My speech in the morning, nothing but grunts. With no coffee, that's as dangerous. On a scale from 1 to 10, I rank it that girl from Stranger Things. And if you get what I'm saying, my attitude be mad flagrant like I'm Draymond. But you ain't get the picture, BFP. So I'm gonna keep pushing on you, GNC. It's like, yeah, the first thing on my mind is when that hot coffee gonna seep into the coffee grind. It's like some magic's floating on in the air. Toss some ice cubes in my cup, it's a good day. All I gotta say is that it's starting in a good way. It's time for working and I don't even care. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, horse is over. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, horse is over. Start fresh, that's how it's gotta be. Everything starts back with your coffee beans. If it's cold brew, then it's gotta be coarse. Don't get the cart ahead of the horse, start learning the course. But of course you can disregard, and don't at me if it gets too hard. When it's my time to drink, man, it's always on hand. Drink from a cup or a bottle, even a can. You never know when you're craving no hit. It could be in the bathroom while you're taking a Ric Flair, I'll say he ain't got nothing on it. When that coffee hits my lips, it's a seance. Feeling real super with the cape on. Anything I'll take on. This cup of coffee, yeah boy, this is the shit. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, horse is over. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, horse is over. Verse, so I guess that's where I talk about how we might be addicted in a roundabout kind of way, or how you say, a dependency that's in my life, and I'm proud to say it's filling me with way more energy than I'll ever need, keeping me up for things I thought I'd never see. Time's gonna
all of you beautiful nerds from around the world, and welcome to the morning stream here on the Den of Nerds Live, the very best way to start your nerdy day. On today's show, ladies and gentlemen, lots of Marvel stuff actually to talk about. Crazy report yesterday, MCU Illuminati. We've got to break that down. I want to go to the article, and then a bunch of people were talking about how they did videos and reports talking about MCU's Illuminati months ago. Did these people know what was going on, or were they just throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks? I don't know. We'll go into the theater and check it out. On top of that, reports about Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. Apparently, her own show on Disney Plus will not be the first time we see her in the MCU. Could she be in Eternals? We're going to break that down. Also, on today's show, look at how this camera can't handle this shirt design. Look at that. Look at that. Chet, isn't that wild? Look at that shit. Can't handle that. I like wearing cool designs like this. Cameras just gotta figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, I can't deal with this. You know what I mean? Look at this. This is weird. This is weird stuff. I feel really weird. How's it looking for you guys? Do you guys feel weird looking at me today? We're gonna break down that and more on today's show. But before we get into all the deets, let's say good morning. Let's say what's up to all the beautiful people coming in here today. Crazed Panda is here, Russell's here, Ray Hall, Josh is in the building, David Nations, Mr. D's, Jamie Williams, Bill M's here, Knight 1223, Eric Hiney's in the building, Coachella Coastal, Yinzer Jim, Eric, Osaka's here, Jennifer Cook, Polyhedron Paradise, James Heaton's in the building, Captain Pennsylvania, Adam G, Garth, Mitchell, Brian Bufka, Lucas, Texas, Ryan H, Mike Porter, Cannon, Steve 10, Trinity from 2nd Street, Marvel Center, Kyle Skinner, Gray, Spider-Man, Sherlock. Holy crap. Lots of beautiful nerds. Lots of beautiful nerds coming in here today. What is up, everybody? What is up? Okay. Shout out from Seattle. What's up, man? Hope Seattle's treating you well. Okay, pause the music. Pause the music. Pause the music. Pause the music. Okay, a couple of things we got to talk about right away, guys. I know some of you are like, hey, what's going on? Show's canceled this week. You know, what's the deal? What's happening in the world? Look, all I can say right now is that there is something happening. And for now, it is happening behind the scenes. I can't really talk about it. I think tomorrow I will do a stream for the Nerdvengers members. So for the Nerdvengers members, and I'm going to talk to the producers today, we may do a stream tomorrow for Nerdvengers. I think what we should do is do the morning stream and then go directly into a members stream so that I can at the very least explain everything to the members. Now, while we're on that subject, I need to say this weekend's going to be a little bit different, okay? I'm actually going out of town this weekend, so I don't think we're going to do a Saturday stream for the members. Every Saturday, we do a members-only stream for the Nerdvengers members, okay? Well, that won't go down this Saturday. Instead, we'll do that tomorrow, okay? So I'll do that tomorrow afternoon with all of you Nerdvengers members. I will talk about what I can talk about, just try to keep you guys informed. The bottom line is this. Everything is good. Everything is okay. We are headed in an incredible direction. We have a beautiful community. We have a ton of awesome content on the way. Things are good. A slight bump in the road. And I will explain what I can explain about it tomorrow for you Nerdvengers members, okay? That's number one. Number two, today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are doing a community stream, except today's community stream is focused on playing games. We are just literally going to sit down with all of you and play some video games. And so I need to know in the chat what video games you guys want me to play. I think where we're going to start is with a little MTG Arena. I know there's people out there that want to play MTG Arena with me. They want to show me their skills or whatever. So maybe we'll start there. We could also play some Master Chief Collection. I've got a game called Hyperscape, which is in beta for PC. I know Captain Pennsylvania said something about Ultimate Alliance. I'm totally cool with doing that. We're going to go for like 3 hours, and anybody that comes in to the stream, if they want to play some games with me and with the community, let me know. And let me know what games you want to play. So we will be doing that at 4 p.m. later today. And I should also mention, geez, this is a lot of show notes. I apologize. So I should also mention Saturday night, we're working on setting something up for you guys so that you will be able to come to this channel and watch with the community what is going on at JusticeCon with Zack Snyder. And I believe, I'm not 100%, but I believe Adam from Fanjecture will be running the stream. It's going to be crazy, guys. You're going to show up to the Den of Nerds Live. You're going to click on the thumbnail, and it's going to be this exact setup here. Instead of me, you're going to see Adam Douglas from Fanjecture. And Adam Douglas, maybe with some of the producers as well, is going to do a stream Saturday night for the Snyder Cut, just explaining and going over everything, probably geeking out about Ben Affleck coming back and all of that, okay? So lots of cool stuff coming up, but you got to let me know. What games do you want me to play? And Chet, get that pesky fly out of the studio, man. How'd that even happen? It's because you leave your freaking juice boxes in here. Okay, here we go. Let's get to the news. It's the craziest news of the day. Oh, this news is great. This new what? Fucking what? Hey everybody. What's up? It's me. Fucking hey, Chet. What the fuck, man? What are you doing with your life, dude? You have one job. You have one job. Okay, maybe a couple jobs. But this is unacceptable. What? Anyway, we'll do it this way for now. Thanks, Chet. Thanks a lot for this. MCU Illuminati on the way. I'm going to read right from this article. Holy shit. You thought that MODOK shit was real before, and now I'm really MODOKing it. You know what I mean? I'm really MODOKing. Okay, let's go over this. Jesus Christ, it's fucking embarrassing. Spend $1.7 million per episode. We can't even get this fucking shit. All right, here we go. Coming in from the Illuminati, Kevin Feige developing Marvel's Illuminati based on comic run exclusive. Some people debated that. They were like, that ain't exclusive, bro. We've been talking about that forever. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is currently going through its longest break between projects in a decade as Marvel Studios waits for the go-ahead for film to resume. To film and release projects again. This comes before the studio's biggest slate of projects to hit, with Phase 4 potentially considering 8 full-length movies and 8 new miniseries for Disney+. That being said, blah, blah, blah. I can't read from that shit. Okay, look, Marvel's Illuminati is on the table. Our team has learned from a new cast listing that Marvel Studios is in the early stages of developing some kind of project based off Marvel Comics' Illuminati team. The only confirmed details are that Marvel CCO Kevin Feige is listed as the producer for this project, and the current title of the project is Marvel's Illuminati. There is no other talent attached, and there is no confirmation on whether the project will be a movie or a future show on Disney Plus. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh my God. Just bouncing back and forth. All right, get me back into the chat. Jesus H. Christ, chat. Okay, so Marvel's Illuminati. There's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about with this. I don't want to do that. I want to do that. Okay, cool. So there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about with regards to the Illuminati. And I certainly want to know what you guys think about this. And we're going to bring Adam in a little bit here and talk to him about this stuff too, okay? So, the Illuminati. We always thought that the Illuminati was going to come to the MCU. In fact, if you guys are open to it, and you guys let me know in chat. If you guys are open to it, we'll go into the theater and we'll watch the video I did earlier this year talking about the Illuminati. I'm actually pretty interested in that, okay? So, Marvel's Illuminati. This is an actual casting grid, which I gotta be honest with you, this seems a little weird. Here's why. We've already got a lot of Marvel's Illuminati cast, okay? Right? So, you've already got Doctor Strange. I mean, I guess they're... But here's what I'm saying. So, you've already got Doctor Strange. You've got Black Bolt, right? Well, Black Bolt is apparently being cast for the Miss Marvel show. So, why would a separate cast listing for a project called Marvel's Illuminati... Why would that be casting new members, right? Black Bolt's already being cast. Fantastic Four? Reed Richards? This dude's already getting cast. Like, what? There's no way that Feige is casting Reed Richards for the Illuminati project, right? There's no way. Like, you would think that casting these different people would be done for their own kind of projects, their own individual stories, or whatever. And then you bring them into the Illuminati, and the whole deal is like, hey, this person that you just met in this property over here, he's a member of the Illuminati. But no, that's not what's happening. You know? I saw somebody talking about Namor. And that's true. Like, the Namor thing is weird as well. Is Namor not in Eternals? Is Namor not in Black Panther 2? What member of the Illuminati, like Beast, they're going to cast Beast specifically for the Illuminati? I don't get it. Like, what casting for the big time members could be done for an Illuminati project? Well, the only way that could probably work is if it's like a wildly different Illuminati. You guys ready for my crazy theory? The nuclear take, the hottest take you've ever heard, the take that will shake you to your bones, the take that's gonna give you a nerd boner for the rest of the day. Are you ready? Are you ready? me explain how this could work. Why this might be happening. What if Feige is casting for an alternate reality version of the Illuminati? What if we're doing Time Runs Out? Okay, so we're heading towards Doctor Strange 2, Into the Multiverse of Madness. And in that film, and perhaps moving forward in different stories or different places, what if it's a totally elseworld version of the Illuminati? A different Tony Stark, a different T'Challa, a different Black Bolt, a different Namor, completely different. Why would they do this? They could do this, and they could have that Illuminati be hip to what is going on with the conversions. So let's just, pump the brakes for a second here. What are the conversions? Okay, what are the conversions? When I talk about this, when I talk about Time Runs Out, what am I talking about? Well, just my favorite 4 to 5 years in Marvel Comics ever. When Jonathan Hickman was setting up Secret Wars, he was doing a run called Time Runs Out. Okay? Incursions. Yes. What am I calling? What did I call them? Did I call them incursions? Did I call them entanglements or something? What did I call them? Anyway, the whole idea was this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me break it down for you. There's a Marvel multiverse. I called them conversions. Talk about revisionist history. No, I didn't. I called them incursions the whole time. Trev's wrong. Can we get some Trev's is wrong in the chat? F's in the chat for Trev. Love you, Trev. Okay, so here's what was happening with the incursions that I never called conversions. Universes were colliding. Universes. Entire universes were colliding. W for Trev. Okay, the universes were colliding, and the point at which they were colliding was Earth. So, like, you got universe 842. You got universe 968. Okay? These universes are colliding. But where they meet is Earth. And here's what was happening. If you destroyed one of the Earths, the incursion did not happen. Okay? So, the two universes are coming in. You have a couple of different choices. If you do nothing, the Earths collide, and then both universes done. Okay? Option number 2. You destroy one of the Earths, and the conversion stops. Okay? But if you destroy another Earth, you're killing billions of people. During that run, there were multiple issues that showed otherworldly versions of the Avengers. Okay? Otherworldly members of the Avengers. What an interesting concept. If Feige came in and introduced the Illuminati and they're completely elseworld. Ooh, Black Swans? Whew, you know exactly where my heart is at. Absolutely, I would love for the Black Swans to be in there. But how crazy would it be if Feige introduced an elseworld version? It's a little like the Council of Reeds. Same writer, by the way. But what if you got an Illuminati that was elseworld, completely different, and those characters come in and merge with the Illuminati that we have established in our Earth? Now, a couple of reasons this could be really cool. We lost Tony Stark. No more RDJ. Well, how could we get a Tony Stark back? Maybe it's RDJ. Maybe it's somebody else. Sam Rockwell. Wouldn't that be fascinating, guys? Let me explain. Wouldn't it be fascinating if Sam Rockwell was Tony Stark in a different universe? or Tom Cruise or some crazy shit like that, right? So then all of a sudden, because look at what we just did. We just pulled a different Gamora, and there was a different Gamora, a different Thanos, a different Nebula in Endgame. But those are coming from branch timelines of a single universe. No, it want RG, or you want RDJ? Look, everybody wants RDJ. But we just don't know if we got that RDJ money anymore. You know what I mean? Well, it could be Justin Hammer as well, but what if he's Tony Stark? You know? And then you've got a different version of Tony Stark back in the MCU. Not only a different version, but a version from a world and universe that is gone. With a lot motivating that character to figure out the incursions. To figure that out. We anticipate that they're already doing this in some ways with Doctor Strange 2 Into the Multiverse of Madness. They're already doing it. We are probably, we don't know for sure, but we are probably going to see different versions of the Avengers, different versions of our heroes in Doctor Strange 2 Into the Multiverse of Madness. Because I don't know how or why there would be a casting list for the Illuminati project that's casting for these characters. Like, I don't understand. Do you guys see where I'm at? You understand where I'm coming from? Like, maybe we get Killmonger or Black Panther? Totally, dude. Totally. Preach! This Illuminati news doesn't seem real. The Denver's, at least not right now. Feige is very careful and patient to set things up, not just throwing something together because it sounds cool. That's totally true, Jenna. That's totally true. That's a DC thing. Oh, shots fired. Look, that's totally true. But we do have to admit that Feige's plans are likely way larger and more complete than what we know about his plans. Like, consider this. The next 5 years, the big thing here, and this is a debatable thing, and this is something that, as Marvel fans, I think that, you know, we have every right to be confused, concerned, or whatever. But after Endgame, Feige came out, and what he basically said was, we have this 5-year plan, which was created before we got the mutants back and we got the Fantastic Four back. That 5-year plan, which is phase 4, presumably phase 4 and 5, was already planned out along with Endgame. They were basically like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Then this is how we're going to take a little break. This is how we're going to establish the new Avengers. And then we're going to get right into this stuff. So meaning, Feige's likely had plans for the Illuminati for a long, long time. What I can't make sense in my head is why would Feige do all new casting for the Illuminati that's its own project, separate from Ms. Marvel, separate from Black Panther 2, all of that, right? Separate from it. Are you hiding Rona hair? A little bit. I got my hair cut a couple of weeks back. It is not that great, though. I should probably get it cut again. But no, not exactly hiding the Rona hair. Give me 1 second. I wanna check something out here. We might go into the theater here in a second, guys. Okay. By the way, please let me know, what games are we playing today, man? Like, what games should I have fired up when we get into the stream at 4? Like, what game should we have fired up? Should it be Arena? Should it be Halo? Should it be Rocket League? You know what I mean? Like, what do you guys want to play first? Like, who can show up at 4? You know what I mean? Like, who can show up at 4? Halo, Battlefront. Saxon? What the hell is that? Contest of Champions? Battletoads. Halo, bruh. Are you going to be there, Coachella? Because I will totally start with some Halo, man. Apex Hyperscape. I have to check and see if I can get Apex on the computer setup so I can play with Adam. Only people who say that are Film Gob and Jody's Corner, not Josh. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I missed the context. Fallout 76, Jason, get out of here, bro. Frogger? That would actually be kind of fun. What if we did a Frogger contest for just like 3 hours? Everybody was doing Frogger. With all the content Marvel has, there's no need to reuse those characters. No need, you say. No need. All right, let's go into the theater. Get on in. Come on into the theater. Come on in. No pushing. No shoving. Come on in to the Den of Nerds Theater. Okay, here's some interesting stuff right off the bat here. Taika Waititi has finished the Thor, Love, and Thunder script. Says it's more of a rom-com. I'm good with that. That sounds cool. Jane and Thor, yeah, they deserve a little more love. Down here it says, Taika Waititi says he started writing his Star Wars movie. That's dope. That's dope. Okay, can I do a real side note here? I'm sorry, I'm really ADD today. Okay. I just need, real quick, guys. We're way off the rails today. I fucking apologize. We're way off the rails. I need to know, among you all watching, how many of you are PC players and how many of you have ever played an MMO before? Adam's Theater is cleaner. The floor doesn't have sticky white stuff on it. Renee, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, dude. My bad. We'll work on it. We'll work on the floor. DC Online, that was a good game. No PC here. Looks like we got some PC players. Yeah, more so Film Club. Man Juice? Amen. Damn, I thought you weren't on this morning. Fanjex are spreading fake news. No, it's not his fault. I was not going to go live this morning. Nah, it's not his fault. Look, and we're going to get Salad Fingers in here in a little bit. I'm going to get Adam on the line if he's open to it. And we'll chat it out. We'll do some Q&A towards the end of the stream. PC player. Okay, let me ask you guys this. Have you guys heard of a game called Ashes of Creation? Stay on target. You're not wrong. Anybody heard of a game called Ashes of Creation? Salad Fingers. Never heard of it? Yeah. Okay. I need everybody to look it up because this game, it's likely not coming out for like a year, maybe two. Ashes of Asses. Oh my god. It's an MMO, and just go look it up. Recently, Summit 1G and Asmongold, who are big Twitch streamers, did interviews with the lead developer and did like a breakdown of the game. Guys, this is the coolest looking. Someone get his ADD meds. I know, Brian. I know. I apologize. This game is the most excited I have been for an MMO in a long time. And all I'm saying is the Den of Nerds, we need a Den of Nerds guild, and we need to get into this MMO day one and start taking shit over, and we will have a Den of Nerds kingdom within one of these servers, and it will be awesome. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Anyway, let's get into the Marvel stuff. Okay, here's something interesting. Daniel Richtman has been teasing big announcement for today. It's very possible that a huge announcement happens later today. I hope it doesn't happen too close to our gaming stream, because then I'll have to like crank the video out real quick and then get ready for the stream, and that would suck. Such is life. But Daniel is teasing a very big announcement for later today, which is pretty cool. Let's keep going. Okay. This one I find really interesting. Charles Murphy thinks that Marvel Studios is keen to cast Kamala Khan sooner rather than later because Miss Marvel won't be the first time we meet Kamala Khan. Okay, maybe this, believe it or not, maybe this clears up some of the confusion about why Feige would cast Illuminati when we already have a lot of these characters, or rather, when a lot of these characters are presumably showing up in other properties. Maybe this is the explanation. Let's check it out. See here. Okay. It says here Marvel Studios roll comes the new date is originally supposed to be August. Not only does it track with other information we've been hearing, but it also might give us insight into other aspects of production. If Marvel Studios is looking to get Miss Marvel started in November, that might mean that, as of now, that's when they expect to have studio space open once production on Loki wraps in Atlanta. Additionally, we might deduce that if production on Miss Marvel is kicking off about 3 months later than originally expected, we could potentially see Hawkeye, originally scheduled for a September start, get in front of cameras before the end of 2020 as well. Wait, what? Where's the fucking story here? Now more than ever, production dates seem to be best guesses rather than blah, blah, blah. Wow, that's useless. I love Charles. I love Charles Murphy. One of the best scoopers in the game. This article is ass. I mean, did I, like, graze it over? Yeah, for sure. But that article doesn't mean anything. But, okay, here's where I was going with this, and it is what it is. Here's where I was going with this. If they did a production grid and a casting grid for Miss Marvel, and it was like for the Miss Marvel show, and yet they're going to then take the actress that's cast and plug her into some other things, then maybe it's not as deep with the Illuminati stuff. Maybe the Illuminati casting is literally just them being like, hey, this is a big focus of ours. We need these characters to be cast more or less together because they're going to be interacting a lot together. And we have a show or a movie or whatever where they'll all be together. But then they take from that casting and then plug those characters in all over the place. That's possible. I still find it really weird that they would potentially cast Reed Richards for an Illuminati project before they would cast him for a Fantastic Four project. I still find that really odd. I don't know. You guys let me know. What do you think about that? So that was kind of weird. And then here's the other big news. Little poster for the Eternals. Gilgamesh. Teasing. They obviously got the Eternal back there. And then the Eternals. Or sorry, the Celestial back there. And then the Eternals. Pretty cool, man. People are pretty excited about that. All right. Let me get my Discord open here, and I want to potentially get Adam on the line. Let's get back into chatting. Let's get back into the chat. Now, do you guys want me to give Salad Fingers a call? You want to see what's going on with Adam today? I'm gonna give him a call. I need to know what he thinks about this Illuminati thing. I must know what Adam Douglas thinks about this.
Hello.
Oh, hello, sir. How are you? Can you hear me? No? I can hear you.
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
No.
No? You can't hear me?
Sorry. There you go.
Oh, now I'm like getting me delayed and stuff.
Wait, say something.
I'm saying something.
I can't hear you. What the F?
All right, let me see something. Maybe
Hold
I can
on.
help you out. Yeah. Let me see one thing here.
I can like hear you through this. I can't hear you.
Yeah, through like the stream.
This is fucking dumb.
Make sure you guys give Adam a lot. Oh, you know why? It's probably that. Let me see. This is that. detected a new audio team. Don't switch. What the fuck? Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. And just for everybody at home, please make sure you give Adam a lot of crap on Saturday when he's doing the Snyder stream, and every little thing, you know what I mean? Make sure that he is accosted
Josh,
for it.
I am going to elevate the channel to heights never seen before. Now that I'm taking over.
Holy shit! I believe it. What's your take on this Illuminati thing, man?
I think it's cool. I can't wait to see what characters they decide actually are in the Illuminati, because obviously, 2/3 of traditional Illuminati are not introduced in the MCU yet. So it'll be cool. It'll be cool to see. I'm not saying that your theory on the alternate timeline, Sam Rockwell, Tony Stark won't happen. I just hope it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm stuck in my own ways and thinking no one could ever replace RDJ as Tony Stark. I don't know. It's something I'll just have to personally get over at some point. I don't know if I'm ready yet. The wound is not healed yet for me.
Dude, I totally get you. And it's funny because I think that's where a lot of people are at with it. I don't think people would really accept it unless it would have to be something really compelling story-wise. You know what I mean?
Sure.
To get that. Oh, man, I really wanted to show that image that you had. Sorry,
I'm
having trouble sizing up. Yeah, I'm just having trouble sizing this up. All right, check this out, guys. Look at what freaking Adam Douglas is doing over here. Jeez. It's a freaking family show, you know what I mean? God.
Yeah, I covered it up.
I guess. You got a dick face on the dick.
Hey, you're talking about nerd boners, man. There you go.
That's true. And side note here, that was something my mother really likes watching, my stuff occasionally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she used to hit me up and be like, "Why do you say things like nerd boner? I don't get it, and I don't think it's very appropriate and stuff like that." So, she's a sweetheart. But so, you kind of said something there that was a little interesting, and I kind of want to talk about it. So you said,
I always say things that are interesting.
I don't know about all that shit. But you said that something to the effect of the casting for the Illuminati, because I think you were watching, but my confusion comes from why are they casting some of these characters outside of their own franchises? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got an explanation for that at all?
Because I think Feige is redefining everything again, right? He initially defined what it is to start a universe, which is individual movies, start bringing in different pieces and then the collective of all together. And I think now he's turning that on his head. And while everyone's trying to catch up to do what he did before, now he's doing something new, which is way more television-like than anything else, where you're just going to see, I think it's going to be more a meld of lots of characters all the time versus these singular. Now, will we get singular stuff? Sure, I'm sure we will. But I don't think we'll ever see in the MCU proper a movie with one singular character anymore. I think that's done, and I think Feige's moving on from that format.
Yeah, I think you're right. He is going in some really big places with it. I actually think that he was really excited about the Disney Plus stuff because it gives him the ability to do some of these other things that he's been looking to do. But Trev's coming in hot with the super chat. Thank you for the love and support. Bring back Norton, Rockwell, Bana, Terrence Howard, Hasselhoff, Thomas Jane, all as a group of exiles rather than Illuminati, bro. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That would be so cool. I want the Exiles. I do want the Exiles. And that would be a great group of Exiles right there. So thank you for that, Trev. And totally getting me distracted on an ADD day anyway. So let me ask you this, man. You think Feige might be doing the Illuminati totally different? Meaning not the traditional Illuminati from the comics? Maybe it's not Reed. Maybe it's not Black Bolt. You know what I mean? Because I just really can't wrap my head around it. Why would he cast these characters for that project? It doesn't make sense to me.
I think Reed will definitely be part of the Illuminati. Look, at the end of the day, Feige's a hardcore comic fan, right? So
That's true,
he changes stuff, but he doesn't like obliterate it, right? He'll tweak it to sort of fit the narrative that they've got. So like Black Bolt, no, unless because obviously that TV show is non-existent. In humans, it never actually happened. The Mandela effect. We think it happened, it didn't. So unless they, redo in humans, I mean, maybe they bring in. What about like Professor Hulk? Right? Could Professor Hulk be Illuminati?
Maybe,
maybe an Inhuman. Maybe like a representative of the Inhumans is now part of it. I think some of the staples. I think Reed Richards will be. I think Doctor Strange will be. I think Black Panther will be. Other than that, I mean, I think Namor is going to come into the MCU at some point. So probably him. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
but I think some of the core ones for sure.
It's possible that just based on the plans they have, that the chemistry between the Illuminati members is paramount. Like, it is technically possible that is actually more important than the dynamic between Reed and the family. I don't know if I can get down with that, but I don't know what their plans are either, right?
Yeah, no, I think, look, I would say that there hasn't really been too much pairings or groupings in the MCU so far that the chemistry on screen hasn't worked. I think the one thing that they're pretty good at as far as casting is having on screen chemistry.
Yeah.
So I'm not too concerned about that. Especially at the beginning. I think if we're going to get Illuminati stuff, I don't know what you think, but maybe it's sort of like behind the shadow stuff, sort of like when Fury was starting the Avengers. Like we'll see like sprinkles here or there. I don't know.
I do think that, but then again, this is casting for a project, right? So so let's just say this: it's got to be Disney Plus. There's no way they're doing an Illuminati movie. That just doesn't make any sense. Like, why would they do an Illuminati movie? I mean, unless it's like an Avengers movie, and they're trying to like do that. So in my opinion, I think it's probably a Disney Plus show, and maybe what it is showing the formation of that group, and then that will be teased out in post-credit scenes in the movies, kind of doing what we all expected. Because we all sort of expected that to be the next. It's one of two things. It's either Thunderbolt Ross putting together the Thunderbolts, which, if you believe some of the leaks from Black Widow, that is certainly going to happen at least a little bit. So it's either that or it's an Illuminati member, to me, likely Doctor Strange, gathering those powerful people to have influence. I saw somebody saying, about why would they need to form the Illuminati, right? And I think the biggest answer is in the wake of the Thanos event, in the wake of the 2 invasions, the blip, all of it, in the wake of that, the people that are very powerful on the planet are going to want to band together to make sure that something like that doesn't happen again. So I think that it is perfectly set up. What I'd prefer is for it still to be Tony that gathers them, maybe an AI Tony Stark that's saying like, hey, this was what happened. This was my backup plan. You guys need to do this. And mostly too Strange. Like, hey, Steven, you've got the power to do this. You need to bring these people together.
You know what it makes me think of? That Star Wars, I forget which Star Wars game, one of the more recent ones where the Emperor put himself in that like red suited like screen. I want something like that, man. Like I really would love RDJ to come back as sort of a hologram, like a really high functioning AI hologram. That would be cool. I agree with you. Somehow between him and Doctor Strange pairing together to bring everyone together, I think you're right. It really lends itself better to a Disney Plus like Uh-oh.
We might have lost an Adam. Hey, at least he like paused on a really good screen. That's a really rare ability to be able to pause and glitch and be like decent looking. You know what I mean? That's nice. This would be a good Instagram photo for Adam. You know what I mean? But guys, we're gonna get into Q&A. I'm sure Adam will be back. It's that Philly internet or whatever. So I'm sure that he'll be back in here. But while we wait, let's just admire his beautiful fucking face, and that shot is pretty good. But yeah, we will get into Q&A. I don't know if you guys have any. Hey, whoa, he's back. Hey-oh!
He's back. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, so go ahead. You can take your point from the top. You froze pretty early into it.
I don't remember. All I said was I think that it really lend itself to a Disney Plus show.
Yes,
for sure. Just the structure of like every episode, you'll be able to like recruit somebody else and like sort of get them in the fold, and then sort of build it up by the end of the season to now here's your Illuminati, and maybe they have a foe or force they have to deal with. So I think the Disney Plus concept would work well for Illuminati.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I'd really be into it. And it could also be a different flavor, right? Like the Illuminati show doesn't actually have to be really bombastic. It doesn't have to be crazy. It can be a lot of like I almost think of it like a Tarantino movie. A lot of tension, a lot of dialogue that's tense with high stakes. Yeah. And, that kind of stuff. Those kind of interactions I think would be really cool. And maybe some of these powers that be not wanting to work together, the convincing that would happen, that kind of stuff.
I mean, it could be like 3 to 5 episodes of like an hour and change each, and just like really like you said, like a high Sorkin-esque, like high dialogue, snappy, witty, like kind of thing. Definitely.
Yes, please, dude. Sorkin-esque would be great. Absolutely. But guys, we're gonna get into Q&A. Drop those questions into the chat. If you got a little loot, super chats, of course, help, so we can replace chat. Just kidding. But yeah, those help. If you don't got any loot, don't worry about it. We will just take any questions that we get, okay? Stephen J's coming in hot with the super chat. Thanks, brother. Says, with Namor rumored to be a villain for Black Panther 2, that would make the team up for Illuminati much more interesting. That has to happen first, no? I'm totally with you, Steve. Like, I think it's weird that production is looking to cast separate from these other projects. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. You know what I mean? Like maybe I'm not understanding the minutia or the nuance of how this is all working. And Adam's right in a sense that Marvel is playing a different game than many other studios. So, the TV comparison I think is pretty sound. It's like, hey, let's get them locked in. What is an appearance? Is it a Disney Plus thing? Is it a movie thing? Is it a cameo? All that stuff. We don't exactly know. But I agree, Steven, that Namor is such an important piece to the Illuminati. I personally think so. And, eventually into the Cabal or something like that as well. But Adam, I don't know. Are you a Namor fan? What do you think about Steven's question? I'm ambivalent about Namor. If I'm being honest, I've never really been the biggest like Namor follower, so I have much to learn about Namor. I've always been more of an Aquaman guy, even though Aquaman sucks. But you know what I mean? So, yeah. So I'll be honest. My Namor knowledge is a little lacking, but I'm excited to learn more. Yeah, I mean, Namor is just kind of like, he has a lot of the same qualities as Dr. Doom, just being like really full of himself. He thinks of himself as like a god.
Sure.
His obsession.
The most I know is that he's got wings on his ankles, right? Which always, anytime I've ever seen like images of it, it always bothered me just thinking like how itchy my ankles would be if I had wings on there. But that's my knowledge of it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. He has an obsession with Sue Storm, which is really cool. And then there was, I think the big reason that people want him in Black Panther is that during Avengers vs. X-Men, there was already a conflict brewing between Wakanda and Atlantis. And essentially, they messed each other up. Like, Namor, when he had the Phoenix power in him, like, flooded Wakanda, destroyed Wakanda. T'Challa became known as the King of the Dead, because all of his people were basically dead, and he was sort of shunned or exiled into the necropolis, and Shuri was considered the leader of the actual Wakanda. It was like a really interesting kind of thing.
Oh, Jesus, that sounds like an awesome movie.
Yeah, it could be really cool. So Namor and T'Challa have this, and then like once the incursions start happening, like dude,
Yeah.
they bring Namor to Necropolis and have an Illuminati meeting in Necropolis within Wakanda. And it's obviously super tense because if anybody finds out that Namor, the leader of the people that literally just wiped them out, are there, so T'Challa has to keep it a secret. But the incursions are literally such a threat that he's forced to work with Namor with the promise that once it's all over, he's going to kill him. And the way that manifests over time is so cool. Like, it's so cool. So I think that's a big reason why people want to see him in that movie or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, hell, you just describing that to me, I want it like now. So yes, please.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. Jonathan Hickman writing, man. You know, he didn't do Avengers vs. X-Men, but he took that into the new Avengers with like the whole Illuminati thing and Namor and him. It was really, really cool. Wait, so are we getting the Phoenix Force again? I think so, but I think they're going to let that chill for a while. I think they're going to let the X-Men chill for a while. I think the Fantastic Four will come in first. Mutants are going to come in, but then we will get to X-Men, and then we will get to Phoenix Force. I don't know. What do you think, Adam? Do you think they're going to do like Phoenix Force again?
I think you're right. I think that's it's not. It's going to be a while, I think, before that happens. Yeah, the X-Men stuff. I think it would say in 2030 be a good estimation of when we're getting X-Men.
You mean Tenet or X-Men? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah,
both, right?
Yeah.
No movies. Well, we're not getting any movies until 2021, so that's already a year back. Marvel has everything planned out for the next 5 years already, so that's already 2026. I don't know, maybe 2027 we'll get some X-Men stuff. But you know what? By the time we get to it, I think we'll all have forgotten or want some more Phoenix Force stuff. So yes, they will do it, but it's going to be such a while in their plans that I wouldn't even worry about it. Like as far as like comparing anything they've done before, because by the time we actually get to it, I think we'll be fine and hungry to see it again.
Yeah, and I think Feige, if anything, like back in the day, like when Dark Phoenix came out, like one of the most frustrating parts about it was Dark Phoenix is one of the best X-Men stories ever.
Yes.
And it's one that's been done shoddily twice now.
Right.
So in a lot of ways, it's like, oh man, that really hurts. Feige probably can't just do that again.
Yeah.
However, I think my gut feeling here is that Feige will go with the more mythological, cosmic explanation for the Phoenix. So the Phoenix comes from this concept called the White Room. And essentially the Phoenix, as long as there's life in the universe, will always be. And if it's destroyed, it sort of like goes back to the White Room. And the White Room is this place from which, like Jean has been in the White Room before. I think other mutants have been in the White Room before. And it's sort of like a universal constant, much like Galactus or, the In-Betweener or the Chaos Twins, like these different high-level Jack Kirby, fucking Steve Ditko, crazy cosmic concepts. I think Feige will probably do that with the Phoenix, like basically explaining the Phoenix, perhaps within the context of the incursions,
right,
as like a thing that needs to persist. Like in Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, Cyclops on Battleworld has the Phoenix Force. There's like a Phoenix egg, and the Phoenix is like a constant and stuff like that. So I've been to the White Room. It's okay. So it's aggressively reacting. Right on,
I
bro.
think if they do stuff like this, I think they'll build up to it versus how they've done it before, where they've just tried to do it in one film, sort of. At least the first time around, it was in the one film, and then they sort of hinted at it in the Fox stuff later on, and then they got to Dark Phoenix, which nobody saw because it was a garbage film.
It's bad.
Anyway, so I think in this case, if they decide to do what you're saying, I think you're right. They'll do like hints of it throughout, sort of like a Thanos thing, where they'll get to it eventually, and they'll just like sprinkle ideas and thoughts and eggs throughout until it's time to actually do it.
Yeah, for sure. But basically, like, Feige's version will be better. He's probably going to give some time to it, and then he'll do the right thing. James Heaton says, what about an RDJ Stark from the future of the Endgame 2012 timeline? He travels to our timeline. His timeline has changed so much because of Loki, Hulk giving Ancient One new information about Strange. I 100% believe that's on the table. It would be a great lead-in to something Illuminati or to something with the incursions heading towards Secret Wars. My belief is that, like, the moment I saw Captain America go into a time machine with Mjolnir and all 6 Infinity Stones, I was like, I can't wait to see that guy on Battle World. Like, that dude is going to show up again, I think, in Secret Wars. Tony, maybe the same thing. So, James, I think that you're totally onto it, but I think they have to save that for Secret Wars in Battle World. That you do not want to blow that wad until it's like time. You know what I mean? I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, Adam.
So I agree. I would say I agree. You don't want to blow it. I don't know, man. Part of me is like, and look, I know this is stupid, and I know this is stubborn, and I should be happy to get any RDJ that we can get, whether it's alternate timeline or not. The only thing that makes me sad about that is we won't get the RDJ that has learned all these life lessons. We'll get the RDJ who hasn't sacrificed.
Sure.
So he won't necessarily be the RDJ that died to save everyone. So it'll be a different character. And I guess that'll be fun, sort of, because it'll go back to old snarky Tony Stark.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm cool with it. I just like I said, I'm still hurt. I'm still hurt over RDJ.
Totally
or Tony Stark, really.
So,
but it'll be interesting.
Yeah. So it's funny you say that, though, because we actually already have that problem, right? Like, we have new Loki, who's old Loki, who hasn't gone through the same journey. We've got old Gamora, who's now new Gamora, and she hasn't gone through that. So we've already kind of done that, and it's going to be interesting. I think that's going to be a big part of the Loki show, is juxtaposing the arc of the Loki from Endgame, who had a great arc. Like, this is what's wild, dude. That character had a brilliant arc, like an absolutely brilliant arc. And now we've grabbed him from another point before a lot of this happens and set him on a completely different journey, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be weird, like, to see and to experience, and, like, how is that going to play out? We'll see. Same thing with Gamora. Gamora went through a hell of an arc. Now she doesn't even know who Peter is, Yeah. So, look, it's going to be weird, dude. It's going to be weird to see all of that go down. But Marvel is not afraid to do the absolutely absurd. I just think that Feige knows he's got some certain hands to play. Bringing RDJ back is a big one. Bringing Chris Evans back is a big one. Bringing the Russo brothers back to do Secret Wars is a big one. But he's going to hold on to those hands. He's not going to play those cards until it's time, Yeah.
Yeah. And I think if you're going to get Tony back in any sort of, or Tony back, RDJ back in any sort of form, or Chris Evans, it's going to be under the direction of the Russo brothers.
Yeah.
They're not going to come back for, and I'm not saying they can't come back for like a good director, but I think they have such a working relationship, and they trust the Russos so much that that's really the only scenario that they're going to come back for.
Totally agree, dude. The most recent bit where they were saying, like Joe was talking about, how the dream was always Secret Wars, even when they were making Endgame. Like, they're literally making Endgame thinking about Secret Wars. Like,
so they've had conversations, not just them and Feige, just like probably just sitting down, chatting, eating some food, and they're all talking about, like, hey, what's the future of these characters? And they're like, well, let me tell you about Secret Wars, Chris. Yep. So yeah, I'm sure, like, it's been batting around on set
Yeah, dude, 100%. They were talking about Endgame and Infinity War, like details, like for sure details and fleshing it out around the time of Age of Ultron. So like that's how far back they go with these plans. Like, and I've said it a million times. Like, dude, the dudes meet with Marvel on a monthly basis. Why do you think that is? Why do you think the directors that did the two biggest Marvel movies, the biggest movie of all time, continue to talk about Secret Wars? You think that's a fucking accident? No. It is. No. It is so obvious that that's what's going on, that that's what they want to do. Like, we just have to wait for it. We just have to get there, you know? And I have all the faith in Marvel. I am a little worried just with the whole shutdown, slowdown thing, and the lack of news. Let me ask you this, Adam. Let me ask you this. Grace has a theory. Our best friend, you know, that you simp for Grace real hard. Even though, I got to say, Adam, you broke this story about the Noah and Corey from Kessel Run Transmissions having that scoop about Lando. Grace had that earlier in the year. You didn't credit her in her video at all. Did you see how she was crying on Twitter yesterday about this? That's your fault. But anyway, she claims that she thinks Feige will take these trailers that he's holding on to and release them during DC Fandom. What do you think about that?
I'm going to say no, that won't happen. I think that would be dumb. Honestly, I think that would be dumb to do. You want, when you're spending all this money on marketing, you want the biggest push possible. And there's literally no reason other than petty bullshit to do that. And Feige wouldn't do that. It would get so muddled between that and the DC stuff that they wouldn't get as much momentum and big push in their marketing that they could. So no, I don't see that happening at all.
Man,
sorry, Grace.
Wrong. So wrong you are. So wrong
you think
are.
That's gonna happen?
I think it is going to happen. Yeah, I think Feige's literally going to watch DC Fandom. DC Fandom, as soon as they start to pick up some buzz and they start to trend, he's going to be like, Eternals trailer. And then that's going to trend. And the people at DC Fandom will be watching that trailer on their phone. Then, they'll start picking it up a little bit more. You know, the DC Fandom, oh my God, this crazy thing. And then he's like, boom, Falcon and the Winter Soldier trailer.
Yep. No.
Like, happening. Dude, I mean, hey, look, maybe not. Maybe you're right. But
0% chance.
Dude, 0% chance? Oh my God.
Not happening.
So if we cover, and we probably will, if we're streaming around DC Fandom together, and Marvel drops these trailers, what do you think we're going to do?
Oh, you're going to cut to Marvel stuff. I know what would happen, but I'm just telling you it's not happening.
All right, we'll just see. Guys, let us know in chat. What do you think? Do you think Feige's going to do that? Or you think he's going to play nice? Look, DC's got a lot of momentum going into Fandom. I'm actually really excited to see what happens at SnyderCon this week. You know what I mean? I'll be watching as much as I can, with my buddies. I'll be checking out what you guys are doing. I'm really excited about that, and I am grateful that you're going to help us out with that.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, man, it should be really cool. Brian O'Connor coming in hot with the super chat. There was a rumor going around that Josh was off yesterday due to a day-long Grace video binge. You have no idea, dude. You have no idea. Can confirm. Yeah. Now, but for real, though, like, did she have that scoop, or did she, like, just... Because I didn't even go back and watch the video, but she probably just said in a video, I've heard... How's she always start videos? Like that. And then she's like, I heard Lando's fucking blah, 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 blah. I don't think that's necessarily having the story. You know what I mean? So.
Right. Yeah, she says she's frustrating that continuously that she breaks stories first, that others viciously try to discredit her, and when proven right, she's not given credit. I'd have to go back and watch the video to see exactly, because there's another YouTuber that I don't really want to mention his name on the channel, who is claiming that he did it first as well. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. We can talk about it later, but
no, I don't.
Okay. There's another person that's claiming that he did it first as well. So I don't know. It's the Lando stuff is like one of those rumors where it's like fans have been talking about this as well, about like how they sort of wanted it, or it could even be a possibility. I mean, as soon as that movie came out, people on the internet were like, Lando should get his own side series. So does that mean like since Solo came out, literally everybody is calling this? So so I don't know. I tell you, man, the people who drop scoops that need that validation, I don't know.
It's a little tough for sure.
I can't get into it again, I don't think.
Yeah, it's a little tough. I think it's funny. You know, I was talking to the dude Matthew from the Lightcast podcast, dude. This dude hates these scoopers, bro. Like he hates them. Like I've had chats with him before, and like he's just like explaining all this stuff to me, and I'm like, yeah, no, I get it. And he's like, yeah, and that's why I want to destroy them. And I'm like, whoa, I fucking like I get it, but I think they serve a purpose, and I think that it's okay to be into that stuff as well. Although I totally get not liking it as well.
No, I don't have a problem with it per se. I just I don't know. I don't want to waste your show and going off on a tangent about it.
It's all good, man. I think a lot of people would agree with you. I think a lot of people don't feel the same way that I do about it. They're like, no, these people suck. But yeah, it's all good. Hey, is Trinity streaming today? Does anybody know? Is Trinity streaming? He took my slot yesterday. You know, he was hitting me up. He was like, dude, this is my slot now. You'll never work in this town again. I was like, damn, Trent, it's like that. Ugh.
I mean, he pulled a Feige, right? He just, did. Going at the same time.
He did pull a Feige, and I wasn't quite pumped about it. But, yeah, we'll see. Oh, okay. So we got a couple minutes here. And we'll get him in here. Man, so just to clarify to everybody, I decided not to stream the Halo Infinite thing. That's going to be starting up soon. But I just decided I'm not going to do that. I have to maybe get a regular video out and get ready for the gaming stream at 4. But we'll probably talk about it at 4. But yeah, I won't be. Yeah,
I'm gonna. If it's cool with you, I'll pop on with you around 4.
Cool.
We'll play something. We can play whatever you want, man. MTG. I think I'm gonna download Hyperscape too, as well, because I that's something I wanted to do. So yeah, we can get some games on.
Yeah. So we'll start there, just so everybody knows. We'll start with some Magic and we'll start with some Hyperscape, and then we'll like get into some Halo, because I got to play some Halo as well. But there's this link to Trinity's stream. It's not quite up yet, but feel free to click through that. Josh and Adam, who's your dream Illuminati team for the MCU? Limit to 6 at most. You want to take that first? I mean, mine's pretty much the standard. I don't know if I.
Yeah, I would say Reed, Doctor Strange, Xavier, Iron Man. Mm-hmm. In this MCU, I would say Black Panther, and I don't know who that. I'm torn on the 6. I'll do those 5 for right now. Those are the 5 I definitely would at least like to say.
It's really going to depend on what happens with Wanda, but Wanda could be a good candidate just because she's that. Yeah,
what if Vision? What if Vision comes back and he's on the council?
See,
that would be interesting.
I think the prerequisite for being an Illuminati member is that you have a lot of power and or influence. So Doctor Strange, that he fits with that. Wanda fits with that. Charles Xavier fits with that. Reed fits with that because Reed's rich and also super smart. Namor, very powerful, very influential.
You don't think Vision is powerful?
I think if you remove the Mind Stone, which we did, no, I don't think so. Like, he's not on the level of these other people. Like, so Vision might be more physically powerful than maybe Namor or Black Panther, but they could come with an army. You know what I mean? And Vision has no army, So
yeah, it depends which Vision we get. If we get Age of Ultron Vision, watch out,
True. Yeah, I'd be into that. I want to see Ultron come back in general. I think that would be sweet.
I think that would be great. I think I do too. I like that movie. It's not the best. It gets better the more you watch it. It's still not the best, but I agree. I think the character needs to definitely come back down the road.
Yeah, would be great, dude. I like James Spader's take on it. I just didn't think it was just too light. Like, Ultron should be more devastating. Like, honestly, that 5-year thing they did in Endgame, they could have done that in Age of Ultron. I mean, it's a little while to do that early on in the MCU, but, like, that's kind of how the comic was. Like, the Age of Ultron comic starts in the future in an alternate timeline where Ultron won, and they're all just on the run. And it was dope, dude. Oh, my God, it was so cool. So
yeah, well, I mean, when you have Joss Whedon directing a movie, that's what you get. So hey,
I guess it is. Yeah, I guess it is. Xavier and Magneto together on it. I would agree with that. That would be awesome. Doom and Reed on it. Holy shit, that would be great. Strange and so he's going like vice versa here. And then there's a schism. You have the Cabal versus the Illuminati. That'd be a cool way to do it. That would be a really cool way to do it. Like, have them all together and then have them separate. I could dig it, Trev. That would be really cool. Got some cool ideas there, Trev. All right, guys. Link one more time in the chat. And I will probably try to crank out I'm going to keep my eye out, for this big Marvel news. Supposedly this big Marvel news is on the way. And, so go over, check out Trinity's stream. And I'll see you guys at 4. We're going to be talking about or playing games and just talking about whatever. And then tomorrow we will do a morning stream. Right after the morning stream, I will do a members-only stream, and I'll explain as much as I can about what's going on behind the scenes, just to keep the hardcore Den of Nerds family informed about what is going on, okay? So that's where we're at with it. And, we're going to get out of here. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next